In the last video, we learned how we could generate this drag and drop component using the Angular Material schematic. Now let's start customizing it so it fits better within our application. In this video, we're going to focus on the style sheet that was automatically generated for us. We'll learn how to use the Angular Materials drag and drop CSS selectors to style our component and make sure it responds correctly to the theme changes. The two goals in this video is to make sure that the drag and drop responds to theme changes. For example, if we select the dark mode, you'll notice each one of our list items here, the white background, that's not updating, and that's because the colors being set within our style sheet is hard-coded. We'll update that to use our system variables, so the background to each one of our list items here will change automatically when the user changes the theme or the color or the theme mode. The second thing we want to apply to this is we want to add in a placeholder. So when the user drags into a new slot, we want to have a placeholder within that slot so the user can see where they're placing the item before they place it. We could do that by updating one of Angular Materials CDK CSS selectors. If we look inside of the console, I'll right click on one of the items and then select inspect. You'll notice some of these classes that are prefixed with the CDK. For example, CDK drag. This is provided to us by Angular Material. And we could target these to update our drag and drop. To learn more about these classes, we could view them within the documentation. And back under the CDK link, and then in the drag and drop component, on the right you'll see styling. Select this. And here you'll see a whole list of different selectors that you could use within the style sheet to update the styles for your drag and drop. For this video, what we're interested in is the CDK drag placeholder. When we generated this component, this was already added within our style sheet. We'll update this to show our placeholder so when the user drags an item within the list, they can see where they're placing the item. Let's jump into our style sheet. Within the style sheet that was automatically generated for us, you'll first see some classes, some custom classes, and these are being applied to our template, as you can see here. And that's one way to target different items within your drag and drop. You could do it that way, or you could use the Angular Material CDK selectors to target different items within your drag and drop. And in this case, we'll target the CDK drag placeholder like we saw within the documentation. They have the opacity set to 0. We'll set it to 1 so we can see it. And also I'll set a background color to it. And I'll temporarily set it to green so it sticks out. Let's see what our drag and drop looks like currently in the browser. Now we should see a green placeholder. And if we drag it to the to-do, for example, we can see where we're going to place it before we actually release the item. Now we don't want this to be a fixed green color. We want it to be a color that matches our theme. Whenever the user changes a color here, we want this placeholder color to automatically match the toolbar color in this case. And to do that, like in prior videos, we could use our system variables. If we look inside of the DevTools, under the Styles tab, if you scroll down until you see your system variables for your color theme, and for the placeholder, I'm thinking of using the mat system primary variable. We'll update that, and then also we'll update this background white color as well, make this more of a darker color. Replace the green and we'll use the var function. And then inside that function, we'll use the mat system primary color. Feel free to pick whatever system variable you prefer. I'm just picking random system variables to put in our drag and drop. And then also we'll set our text color as well. So I'll set the color, and in this case I'll use the on primary instead of the primary. Now let's update that background color from white to something else. So I'll replace this white color here. And I'll use the mat system background color in this case. And I'll make sure to update this as well. I want this to have the same color as well. Then for the border color, we want this to update dynamically as well. I'll remove this. and replace it with the inverse surface system variable. That goes for this border as well down here. I'll replace this. And the last color we want to update is this black color, the text color. We'll update this as well. And with this one, we'll use the on background as our system variable. Now let's see how our drag and drop looks now. Now we're no longer seeing that fixed white background color. And also when we try to drag an item, you'll notice that the placeholder colors are matching with our toolbar at the top. Also, if the user changes a theme to the light mode, everything automatically updates. And that's how you can update the styles to your drag and drop. In the next video, let's look into adding another section. So we have this to do and done. We'll add another section for in progress, and we'll start on that in the next video.